people are living out of hotels and they can't afford to pay rent. That's a topic that I've come across on YouTube, and I felt it obviously here in my heart to talk about it. I get right to it. Hopefully I can be relatable to most of you. But with this one, and please understand that I mean this with a sincere heart, just letting you know my raw thoughts and opinions and perspective on this. If you're having to live out of or in a hotel, just respectfully, I don't really feel like that's a bad thing, right? Is it so bad? Like, I get that it's like messed up potentially, right? Everybody wants like the ideal house or apartment. I get it. But I thought it was more expensive to live in a hotel. And I started thinking about it, like maybe they'll do deals and things are changing, right? And what I mean by things are changing, like I know they have a homeless program. Like if you're homeless, they have a program to where they'll let you live out of or in the hotels. Like the whole hotel is dedicated to the program of working through the government. And speaking of the government, if you're in a situation, I'm trying to steer away from saying messed up, because every situation is different. We all have different paths. So always remember that what you may think is messed up, just because everybody else thinks that it's messed up, there's different paths, different ways. As long as you figure out a way that best works for you and brings you peace and happiness, you have to do what you have to do. And speaking of having to do what you have to do, I have a family, right? So if I was in a position to where I was living or felt like I was forced to have to live out of a hotel, I probably wouldn't live out of the hotel. Now, this is me speaking as a person, like if it's just me that I have to worry about. As I just stated, I have a family. So this is why I don't do it, because I know you might be like, okay, well, why aren't you taking your own advice? I have a family, mainly wife. My daughter is going to listen and go with the flow, do what I say. But my wife, me saying, hey, honey, we're going to go live out of our car now. Is that going to be okay? We'll have to get rid of all of our stuff. But stuff and all that aside, the point is, if you're in that position facing that, I would probably consider living out of my car. If you say, hey, I don't have a vehicle, I would probably consider just getting a vehicle. And or I know they have shelters. I know you can reach out to the government for assistance too. If depending on where you're at in your specific situation, you probably will qualify and be able to get a lot of help there as well. So I will be trying to live out of car or truck. I know truck driving, a lot of people have been telling me about that. Get a job doing that, live out of the truck, then you're not even having to worry about living out of the hotel. But as far as the hotel itself goes, right? Quick pros and cons, at least that came into my mind, to where I feel like maybe it's not that bad living out of a hotel as opposed to renting an apartment, right? Because you get the room service, you get food, you get a maid, what else? Breakfast, a phone, pool for the most part, and a gym, right? Depending on which hotel you're at. And then the cons, if I had to think of it, would be like the space, right? You don't have too much space. It's not like 2-3 bedroom. And then the other part, but some of them now, they have the suites, so these hotels are set up just like apartments. So it all depends, right? But I'm just kind of talking about your bare minimum apartment, like hotel 6, just one kind of living area, not the ones that have the kitchen and all that, right? So the space. And then if you feel some type of way about telling people that you live in a hotel, to me, those are like the only cons or bad things that I could think of in this. The other part that I would say that maybe is maybe a downside of if you're living out of a hotel, myself personally speaking, would be like I view hotels as a luxury. So maybe if I'm living out of the hotel each and every day, maybe it doesn't become a luxury to me as much. but I still feel like it would. So that's why it's hard for me to view having to live in a hotel as such a bad thing, right? And then I would probably move around and change hotels, so that way I wouldn't get just so tired or sick of that place. I would look at that as a convenience to be able to kind of move around. I like that. So like I said, I'm definitely different. I'm me, but I understand the point, I feel like, and why people are hinting at it being a struggle so much to where I can't afford an apartment, but I have to live in a hotel. Me talking to you right now, like, again, if I didn't have a family and it worked out to be cheaper, I don't think I wouldn't mind it too much to be on the grind, stack my money up, and be living out of the hotel. I could do that. But I'm definitely praying for everyone's situation, from homelessness to the people with mansions to multiple homeowners. Wherever you're at in life, I'm definitely praying for your situation to get better, that we're always improving and moving forward. And saving money is so important. I was not saving my money, not like I should have been, and I'm refraining away from saying that I couldn't or that I can't save money, because it's just a choice. And I feel like that's the case for most of us. We have to just do it. We have to pay ourselves first. You have to put your money aside first. You got to take it right off the top. As soon as you get paid, you pay yourself. You pay yourself before the bills and anything else. Pay yourself first. And if you're saying that if you pay yourself first, you'll be put out, you'll be on the streets, etc., etc., what you do is, how can I put this? You figure out a way to pay yourself first. There's just no way around it. If you have to start to live frugal, you have to go over your bills and not cut corners, but figure out a way, because where there's a will, there's a way. And if you're not paying yourself first, believe you me, and I'm doing this now, I'm reminding myself now that I need to pay myself first. If you're not doing that, you're gonna find yourself in tough situations, and when it really gets tough, you don't have anything to hang your hat on. You've been working hard and you don't have any money. You're just broke. And then you're getting broker. Broker isn't even a word, but you're even worse off, because you don't have any money to help you with your emergency situation. Emergencies in life is gonna happen. We just have to be prepared. And the fact that over half of us just aren't prepared, that's not good. And I'm gonna make sure that I'm on the right side of things. And I hope you're encouraged to do the same thing.